Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday's upper body prep. I'm going to go through a couple different motions today. We're going to combine a couple motions and see how you feel with a couple motions at the same time. So we're going to go through some flexion extension of the shoulder. We're going to do it opposites though. So as we go through, again, really try to figure out like if any of these positions that we go through feel better than others. Do what you can do. Don't overreach for anything. So if something doesn't feel as comfortable, just stay within the motion or the motions that feel comfortable. But keep in the back of your mind the ones that you can't perform as well on one side versus another. Okay. So as we go through this again, just be cognizant of it. And as we go through the different orientations, maybe it feels a little better, maybe it doesn't feel quite as good. Just keep that in the back of your head. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stand feet shoulder width apart. Okay. Hands are facing straight back. And all we're going to do is we're going to lift the right arm up and the left arm is going to go into extension. Okay. So just nice and easy. So if I was standing to the side, you'd see it. Left arm's going back, right arm's going up. How much separation can you get? Good. And we'll switch it up. We'll go left arm up, right arm back. And I'll go to the side so you can see. Good. All right, let's go seated. I'm going to take a seat. It's going to be a little more difficult seated on the ground. If you do have a chair, it makes it a little bit easier here. I got a stool right here. I'll make it a little bit easier on myself today. So grab a stool. Okay, hands down to the side again. And, you know, if you want your feet flat, feet straight out, whatever's more comfortable to you, hands facing straight back. And again, we're going to start with the right going into flexion, the left going into extension. So just be up, up. And if I'm from the side, good. And let's switch it back. So left arm's going into flexion, right arm into extension. Perfect. All right. I'm going to get rid of my chair for now, and I'm going to lay on my back. Okay. So if you got a mat, grab a mat. If you've got a table, grab your table, whatever is easiest for you. So from here, the right arm is going to come all the way up. Okay. And the left arm, I'm actually going to just push into the ground. Okay. So as I go up and above, I'm pushing with my left arm into the ground. I'm extending my right arm as far as I can and then bringing it back. Bring it up and extend and bring it back. As far as you can extend and bring it back. As far as you can extend and bring it back. Let's get one more. Good. So from this time, I'm going to push my right hand into the ground while my left arm goes up above my head and then back. And then push it down and back. Push it down and back with the left. Push it down and back with the left. Let's get one more here. Push it down, back with the left. Awesome. Let's flip over on our hip. Okay. So here's what I want. We're going to go with the arm that's below. So my right arm is going to go up into flexion while my left arm is driving into extension, and I'm going to bring it back. Okay, so out, up, all the way up, all the way back. It's nice and easy as far as you can. Okay. Let's get one more here. Perfect. All right, let's flip over on the left hip. Again, left arm underneath, palm facing the legs here. Legs are straight, palm facing back on my right hand side, and I'm just up as high as I can and back. Just opposite motions. Flexion with the left, extension with the right, just seeing where I can go. One more. Perfect. All right, I'm going to roll all the way over on my stomach. I'm going to start with my right out in front of me. Okay, my left is down to my side with my palm facing up, palm facing down with the right. So from here, I'm just going to lift and extend, 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 and one more here, lift and extend. I'm going to switch hands. Okay, lift and extend, lift and extend, lift and extend, lift and extend, lift, extend, lift, extend, lift, extend. All right. So we went through all the different positions. So here's what we want to do next. If when we went through right arm into flexion, left arm into extension here, if this felt a little more limited than the other side, so for me, my left side is a little more limited going into flexion than it is on the right side. So from here, what I want to do is I'm going to actually get myself in a position where when I come up, I can actually push against something on the wall. Okay. So if you have something like a block or a wall or a towel. So let's see, do I have a towel here real quick? I'll just grab myself a towel here, put it up against the wall. So for me, right here, that gets me into flexion, but I'm also able to extend into the wall. So I'm able to push and push in opposite directions, and I'm going to hold that for 6-ish seconds. I want you to do 5 repetitions of that. So again, let's repeat that real quick. If you went into flexion extension, right, here or here, and one side felt limited, the limited side, I want you to hit 5 repetitions of whatever you felt limited in. So for example, if I felt more limited in extension with my right arm, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the towel down by my right arm, and I'm going to push in as I extend, and I'm going to hold that just for 6 seconds. For me, it was flexion, so I'm going to take the towel to give myself like a barrier here so I don't have to go into as much flexion, and I'm going to extend with the right. I'm going to flex with the left. I'm just going to hold it. Now, if both of those felt pretty good, you can do one of 2 things. We can take our plates here, and we can just go into flexion, extension, okay? So let's go ahead, and if that felt good, let's just get 12 repetitions of right arm, left back, okay? The other option, if you have a band, okay? If you have a band, one of the cool things that you can do with this is we'll take our band here, okay? And we'll just start with our right arm going into flexion. I'm going to pull back with extension on the left side with the band, and then I'm just going to go into flexion. And I'm going to keep that band extended until I get my 10 to 12 reps. And then I'm going to switch it over, pull back, and I'm going to get my 10 to 12 reps. Okay, so let's hit those. Whatever you have. If both sides felt really, really good, let's either take the plates and go through 10 to 12 on one side and then switch 10 to 12 on the other. You can also add the combination of band getting full extension and just going through flexion, holding that band into extension, or if you were limited on flexion and or extension, take your towel or roll something up to where you can get a little, for me it would be the left side, where I can now get full flexion by pushing into something, and I'm just going to hold 6 seconds and relax, and I'm going to do 5 reps of that. Okay, so let's make sure everybody's going through that okay. We're not having any issues. Cool, everybody looks like they're getting through. Looking pretty good. Like I said, if you have to use the isometric, hit the isometric. Try to be nice and light with it. And if you want to try the combo with the band and the plate, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool feeling.
How do I hold the band? Out? In?
Nope, into extension. So what motion did we just do, right? We're doing this motion. So if we're going to use the band, you're going to take the band, I'm going to be facing it, and you're going to pull it back into extension and go flexion with the dumbbell. Okay, so it's not pulling in here. We're going into extension. So we're not changing the exercise. We're just going straight up, straight down, pulling the band straight back. Cool. All right. So now that we've got the standing, all right, let's switch it up just a little bit. So if we're going to change orientations a little bit, let's do this. Let's go prone first so we can get good, like a good isometric contraction and flexion and extension. We're going to hold that for a good 5 to 6 seconds. Okay. So here's what I mean. We're going to get back down on our stomach and we're going to start on the right side. So right hand is going to be up, left hand back. Left hand is, the palm is facing up. So from here, I want to lift and I want to hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then relax. Okay. And up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and relax. We're going to hit 5 repetitions of that on the right, 5 repetitions on the left, and see whether or not it's easier one side versus another. And if you can get a little higher on the right or on the left. go. Should get a good squeeze, but don't overdo it. Okay. This should be nice and light. So you feel yourself like shaking all over, you're probably being a little too aggressive. So just nice and easy. Good, good contraction. Lock the shoulder in and really just lightly hold that position as best you can. 5 to 6 seconds. Relax 5 to 6 seconds. Up 5 to 6 seconds. Relax 5 to 6 seconds. Nice and easy. Good. All right. Everybody looks like they're doing pretty well. All right. So the next thing we want to do is we're going to be on our back. Okay. Now we have a couple options that we can do. One, we can grab our band again if we would like. Just tether it around. You want it to be a little lower this time. Or I'm going to grab a plate so we can do both. Okay. So what we're going to do is, if I'm going to do the right shoulder first, I'm going to push my hand and keep my elbow locked. I'm going to push into extension with the left shoulder. And with the right shoulder, I'm going to flex the shoulder up and down. Now, as I do this, I want to make sure that I'm still extending into the floor. So I'm really contracting the back side of my shoulder on the left side as I go through flexion of the right shoulder. If I don't have a band, just take your 5-pound plate or your 2-pound plate, whatever you got, and control it nice and easy. And we're gonna hit 10 to 12 reps of that. And then all you're gonna do is switch arms. So if I'm pushing my switch arms, I'm gonna push into the ground with my right and then go into shoulder flexion with my left. And I'm extending through my shoulder the whole time I'm doing these reps on my right side. Okay. So I've got two options. You can use a can or a dumbbell or whatever you have, or you can use a band, whatever's easiest for you, whatever you like. And let's just hit 10 to 12 reps on both sides. Okay. Remember, whatever side is pushing into the ground, we're going to not let that side rest the whole time we're going into shoulder flexion with your band or your dumbbell. So you're really driving that opposite side arm into the floor, into extension. Good. Looks like everybody's getting it. Looking good. No, this one can be tough. Like keeping that extension into the floor, it can be can be tiring, especially the harder you push. Looks like everybody's starting to wrap up a little bit. All right, this next position we're going to want to you either want to have a band or you're going to want to be close to the wall, okay? So, if you've got a band, this becomes a little bit easier, okay? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my orientation a little bit because my band is tethered over here. So, we're going to go sideline, right? And because we're going to go sideline, I want the band, if you have a band, facing this direction. So when you go into extension, the band's actually lengthening and you're getting a good, like you're getting a good contraction and the band is actually trying to pull you out of extension. So if you have a band and we're sideline, you're pulling the band back. And from here, we're taking the left arm, right? And I'm just going into shoulder flexion as I keep the band in extension. Okay. So make sure when you get into extension, you hold it there the whole time. And we're going to go through 10 to 12 reps. Okay. If you do not have a band, what I'm going to have you do is I'm just going to take my mat here and bring it really close to my wall, because from here, what that's going to allow me to do is I'm going to get really close to the wall and I'm going to push my hand into the wall as I go through. Let's get rid of these. As I go through flexion of my left arm. Now notice, I don't have a band, but what I'm doing is I'm pushing into the wall as really, really aggressively the whole time I'm finishing my 10 to 12 reps of shoulder flexion, okay? Then I would just flip over and do the other side. Same thing with the band. You just flip over, extension, hold it with the band, work your way through flexion, okay? So let's bang out 10 to 12 on each side, maintaining that extension either into the wall or maintaining the extension with the band. So the motion doesn't change. It's the exact same motion we've been working with from the very beginning. We're just changing our orientation a little bit and using either a band or the wall to help with the extension piece. Let's see here real quick. Lisa, you want to make sure you're getting into extension with that right arm. That arm should be behind you. Yes, but you want to hold the band and pull the band into extension. So put it back in that hand. There you go, and pull it behind you. So if that's too tough, you might have to do one. Yeah, that's what I'm talking. Yeah, so just do, interlace that. So then it's just one band and not a double band. There you go. And then you want to, then you want to extend that right arm behind you and go into flexion with the left arm. Yep, just like that, and hold it there. There you go. Much better. Good. Looks like everybody's getting it. Good. Just nice and easy. Work your way through whatever's comfortable. Awesome. All right. Perfect, guys. All right. From here, let's just finish up and let's go through the different positions again. Okay. Let's just see how the shoulders feel after going through those exercises. I know it's a little different. Some we're using isometric, some we're using a band, some we're using the wall tonight, but it's kind of cool to throw some of that stuff out there and just see how it feels. It just gives you options to play with, okay? So let's just check and see how all the shoulders feel going through flexion extension, just through our different positions, okay? And we'll alternate and just see how that feels. You feel like it's getting same amount, getting more, about the same, okay? Just nice and easy. Perfect. All right. My chair's sitting right here, so I'm going to grab it instead of sitting on the floor. Again, when I sit in the chair, I can set my knees bent if that's more comfortable, or if you want, you can bring your legs out, whatever's easiest for you. If you're on the ground, you're on the ground, okay? Just make it work for you, for yourself. So from here, again, I'm just going into flexion extension. Try not to rotate my trunk as I do it. Just nice and easy, up and down. Perfect. Awesome. So I'm going to grab my mat here, bring it back out just a little bit so I'm not on the wall. I'm going to lay down. This time I'm going to push my left arm into the floor as I go through shoulder flexion on the right. Just nice and easy. How does it feel? Does it feel like you got a little more motion? Perfect. Now I'm going to push my right hand into the floor as I go through shoulder flexion on the left. Perfect. Now I'm going to flip over on my right side. So my left arm is on top, right arm below. I'm going to extend with my left, up with my right, and back. Extend, flex. Extend, flex. Extend, flex. Perfect. Switch over to the other side. And I'm going to do it again. Flexion, extension. So extend with the right, flexion with the left. Perfect. All right. Prone. I'm going to flip on my stomach. Right arm is going to be in flexion. Left arm is going to be right next to my side with the palm up. And I'm going to flex and extend. Flex and extend at the same time. Flex and extend. Flex and extend. Perfect. Let's switch. Left arm, right arm back. Flex and extend. Flex and extend. Flex and extend. Flex and extend. Awesome. All right, guys. Hopefully you were able to go through all those different positions. Everything felt pretty good. If you have any questions, make sure you let us know. If you're having issues, make sure you let us know, okay? If you didn't catch us on the live stream, make sure that you check this video out on our YouTube channel at Body Activation LLC. We'll have that posted here in the next few hours. And again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do so. Turn on those notifications. You'll get alerted every time we upload a new video, which we're continually doing. Again, hope you guys enjoyed upper body prep. I will see you guys again on Thursday, where we'll go through a little more of a circuity type of upper body exercise. Until then, guys, have a good day. And